Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Live Games Wild, where today we're doing part 5, the finale of the world record, at the time of this recording, largest CP Perk Roll in Friday the 13th YouTube history. So that's what we're doing here. This is the finale. We're going to spend the rest of these points. We started out with 114,000 CP, and now we're down to 25 at the time that we started this video. Let's go ahead and get into it, and we'll talk about what we've unlocked so far and what I hope to get in this very last episode here. So let's just take a look here. If you've watched the previous episodes, then you know kind of which perks I'm going for. But for the people who this is your first one, I will, number one, recommend you go back and watch it from the beginning, and number two, if you don't want to do that, I'll just kind of mention a little bit. But there is going to be some new stuff for the people who've been watching all along. So I am doing this all in one sitting. And let's see. Let's go ahead and let's just roll a few more. Let's get down. Let's knock the CP down a little bit, and hopefully any minute now we're going to hit something great. I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel. We've got all kinds of great stuff coming up for you very soon. Glitches and gameplay and live streams on Friday the 13th, as well as other games. So make sure you subscribe to Live Games Wild. Drop a like on this video if you don't mind, and leave me a comment. Let me know how many rolls do you think I've actually rolled on this series here during this entire roll here. How many do you think I've rolled? So let me know in the comment section. I'm thinking we're pushing 400 rolls or more. So we're not exactly sure. I know we started with 114, which gave us a minimum of 225, just based off 114,000 CP. But with all of the sellbacks and the epics that we've been selling, I'm thinking, I first was thinking we might be pushing 300. Now I'm thinking that we might actually be pushing more like 400 rolls or more, possibly 450 rolls in this entire series. So thanks for coming out for part 5 here. This will be the finale. We're going to get through this in this episode, and we're going to talk about a few things about what I want. Dodging speed while in combat, I don't really use that, so let's go ahead and sell that. What I want is, I want to show you something real quick. So we have these perks. I didn't have these before, so we've actually got a lot of stuff in this roll here that we've been doing. Number one, we've got now a rare homebody, 16% sense avoidance, and less chance of being detected while indoors. So imagine if you were inside a house, you've got 16%, and if you stack it with this one, it gives you an additional 13%, takes you to 29. So 29%, just by using those two perks, you have a 29% chance of avoiding Jason's sense ability. Then if you stack it with this third perk, low profile, and keep in mind this is an uncommon yellow perk, so hopefully we get a rare and epic. But if you stack it with this, that takes you up to what, 46% chance. This adds an additional 17% chance of sense avoidance. So with those three perks equipped, and especially being inside, you're looking at 46% chance of completely avoiding Jason's sensibility. So that's a pretty good chance, and keeping in mind that this one and this one are not epic, we have a chance to make that even more, and over a 50% chance of completely avoiding Jason's sense. That is actually a great set of perks to use, and we did not have that but when we started here. So in addition to upgrading those three, or those two of those three, I would also like to upgrade the ones I'm using. We actually did get an upgrade, and I believe in episode 2 for this map. So this is a better version of this start with a map perk, but I would like to obviously get an epic version of that. I would like to have an let's see which one's better. Ooh, 14. Oh my goodness, that's a tough one. Stamina decrease 14. I might just have to hold on to those for just a second while we think about that one. But so the perks that I use normally in game, the 3 perks I use, 2 of those are not epic, and I'll show you those. This is one, Marathon. I'd like to get an epic version of that, as well as the other one that I use that's not epic is the map. Okay, so the map and Marathon I'd like to get. I would like to get an epic Tinker so I can sell both of these and get rid of those, so I don't have to make that tough decision there. But so I'd like to get an epic on any of those I've just named. Okay, and see, now that we're starting to pick up some really good perks, I'm starting to get stuff that's hard to sell even though I was selling it before. For example, this Aquanaut, it's an epic swimming and speed increase. So 13% swim speed increase, but you lose 2 sprint. I mean, that's a tough one to sell because it's epic, but it's one of those perks that I don't really think I would use. And then here's another one of these tough decisions. Slugger, start the match with a baseball bat, which I don't really care about, but it's an epic version of that perk. So it's hard to sell. We have sold a lot of epics, but as we get towards the end, you know, I wouldn't actually mind holding on to some of these perks that I don't normally use, because I may be able to equip those on a special type of game where maybe I wanted to play as one of the male characters and kind of create a fighting class, which that would be a good perk to have this start with a baseball bat and have this 13% attack increase. I could stack it with this, the Sucker Punch, increase your chance of stunning Jason with melee attacks. So and stack it with that, and maybe even stack it with this one right here. Okay, no, not that one. This one right here, an 18% in speed, or there's a couple other ones that I can't find it right now, but I believe I have another one that actually increases your power, your attack with all melee weapons. So I could create kind of a fighting class with that. Oh, this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. Your stunning increases your stun percentage. So again, you know, as we get near the end here, we're going to be running into some tough decisions I'm going to have to make as to whether or not I want to hold on to some of these lesser used perks here. You can only hold 30, and there are actually 45 perks in total, and you can only hold 30 of them, so they do make it tough. I think about this Tinker perk that I have 2 of. This one right here, you know, 14% increase with 0 stamina decrease, or 2 more repair increase, but a 4% stamina decrease. I mean, that hurts. I almost want to keep this new one and lose a little bit of repair speed, you know. So that's a tough. We're getting into some pretty tough decisions here, but I think I am going to choose the 14% with 0 penalty and sell the 16. So let's go ahead and sell that one off. Okay, will we finish on this episode? Yes, we'll finish on this episode, and we're going to get lucky very soon, I'm sure, and we're going to get something really great. So let's go ahead and roll these out and replace some of these rares with with some epics here. Oops. Okay. They make it harder and harder on you. So again, if you've been watching this series and you've made it this far, like, I don't know how to thank you. Like, I know you. If it's somebody who would do that, then I'm sure I know you. And just let me thank you again and let you know that I mean it. That I thank you for your support and for keeping me motivated to keep doing these sort of videos and stuff. So in the streams and everything. So thank you to all the people who are watching this right now. Okay, so make sure you drop a like, leave a comment, because I want to know what perks you like, and just really any sort of feedback on what you think about this video or the perk system on Friday the 13th. Do you have a favorite perk or something that you really want? I know I've got some that I really want. We've got some of those. Okay, we just got a duplicate. Let's see. Okay, we just got an improvement. So I had this, a 7% car speed increase with a -5 on the boat. Now I've got a 7 car speed with a 1% negative. So that's actually a nice little upgrade. We've upgraded several of these perks. I mean, quite a few, actually. You know, obviously we've rolled almost 400 probably rolls here. We're not sure exactly what the number is. If some legendary member of Live Games Wild crew actually goes and listens and watches this all the way from the beginning and counts the amount of rolls, there's some sort of prize. I don't know how to, I actually wouldn't even know how to reward you, but that would just be completely amazing if somebody did that one day. Okay, the one we just got, the duplicate, is not any better. And again, I don't even think I would use that swimming perk other than maybe just to mess around, because you know we've got two of them, right? We've got this one. It's a sense avoidance chance in the water. Water noise reduced, and chances of being detected by Jason's sensibility reduced while in water. So 23%. So stack that with that 46. Now we're talking 50, 60. Now we're talking 69% chance of avoid if you got in the water. Oh no, you can't stack 4 perks. Okay, so this is why I need you guys to keep me in check, because I'll start talking that shit. So you can only have 3 perks in game, or else we'd really be stacking it. But I guess you could use this, the sense avoidance in the water, with this other water one. Your speed increase in the water, if you just want to swim around. Like, I don't know. I guess somebody may use that as a strategy. Okay, so we started out with 25. This is the finale. We have to finish this, so I need to kind of just keep it moving, and hopefully we hit something good here. Keep me in check. I know it's not a live stream, but if you hear me just going off and rambling, you know, leave me a comment. Say, stop rambling. You know, you got to finish this. Okay, look at this. We finally got an epic trap escape. 14% faster getting out of his traps. That's another one that you hate to sell that, but it's one of those ones you just don't think you'll actually use in the game. I can't see myself using one of my perk slots for a chance to, you know, have a 14% speed increase of getting out of his traps. I'm trying to stay out of his trap. Okay, we got another duplicate. Let's see. Okay. I don't know which one was newer, but I know which one's better, so we're going to sell the lesser one. We're getting through it, guys. We will get through this. But yeah, again, are you really going to use that perk that lets you get out of his trap faster? You're trying to stay out of his traps. I mean, sometimes you have to step in them, but usually you know when you're actually stepping in a trap. You don't usually, I mean, it does happen, obviously, you accidentally step in his trap. Sometimes he gets you, right? But most of the time when you step in a trap, you know you're getting ready to do it, because you're going to set the phone fuse, or you're going to put the gasoline in, and that sort of stuff. And you know it. You've got your health ready, you're stepping in it, and in that case, I guess it would be kind of nice to get 14% faster out of it, but really, there's no real good outcome when you step in Jason's traps, or a bear trap, but especially Jason's traps. There's no real good outcome there, because he's still notified that you just stepped in his trap. So even if you are able to free yourself 14% faster, I mean, he still knows where you're at, you know. So that makes it a little bit difficult. It makes it difficult wanting to keep this 14% trap. I just don't ever see myself using it. So, you know what? I'm going to sell it here in just a second. I'm going to sell that. Because I don't see myself ever saying, you know, I want to use that perk that allows me to escape Jason's traps just a little bit faster. Okay, we're getting a lot of these the one that's named Tinker, we're getting a lot of that, but I'm selling it now. Scout, I'm sorry, Epic Scout has got to go. See ya. I just would never use that. So again, there are 45 perks and you can only hold 30. So in the grand scheme of things, you need to identify 15 perks that you just would never use in game, and then basically sell those so you can roll perks to try to get ones that you actually do want. So we're starting now, we're under 10,000, guys. We started at 114,000, now we're under 10,000. Unbelievable. We're getting right through it. We're getting right through it, guys. So we got a duplicate here. Let's take a look. The new one is not as good as the one we had, so we are going to sell the new one. Back up to 10,000. We are going to get through this, though, on this episode. Thank you so much for watching part 5, the finale of the world's largest, at the time of this recording, the world's largest CP perk roll in YouTube history, according to my searches and research. So, yeah, we're almost there. We've only got 9,000 left. Hopefully we get something good here at the end. That was a pretty nice one. A rare boat speed. I mean, I don't usually use the boat, and really 12% speed. I mean, that would save you. You know, here's the thing. On a map like Jarvis, I could see where you may set up a class specifically for swimming. So, like here, like, you know, this perk here. You know, you could set this swimming one, the boat one, and this swimming one, and you could, you know, actually the last two maps, Jarvis House and Pinehurst, both have a lot of water. So on those two maps, I could see where they might actually be. You may have certain classes you would set up for that map. Unfortunately, very rarely, unless you're in a private match, do you even know what map you're going to be playing. A lot of the times it's random, and you actually don't know until the match starts which character you can pick. That's maybe something they could change, you know, allow you to quick change your perks after you figure out what map you're on. Okay, so again, it's getting harder and harder. We got duplicates here. We got a new one with a harsher sprint penalty and only a 2%. Dang, it's a 2% penalty increase, and a 2% stun chance. Personally, I don't think I would take that sprint hindrance there for an extra 2%. You've already got 22%. That extra 2% is not going to make or break your stunning him. I think I'm going to sell that one because you don't want your speed decrease. Some of these characters we use already aren't that fast, so you definitely don't want to sacrifice your speed for only additional 2%. So we're almost there. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know how many we've rolled, but surely we've rolled 350 rolls here. One day somebody will count them and we'll actually know how many, but we know it's over 300, and we're probably talking 350, 400, possibly even more than that. We may be surprised by how many actual times we've rolled perks here on this little series. I have done this all in one sitting. I'm doing this for you guys so that you can get a feel for how often certain perks come up and how difficult it is to rank up, and just to kind of get an idea of the scope of the time that it would take to roll something like 115,000 CP points. So we're running out of points here. We're not getting, I mean, we got a lot of good stuff, but on this finale here, it's not like we're getting any real major upgrades. but we may get lucky here at the end. We've got a lot of duplicates, and we've had to sell a lot of rares, but because of the economy of space in our stash here, you know, you can only hold 30 perks, so you have to start getting pretty picky here at the end. It looks like I should be able to sell. There we go. So we started out with a good set of perks, you know, a good collection. We already had a great collection of perks when we started this. So surely, well, definitely we've increased, I mean, we've improved our perk stash here. We're just hoping that here at the very end we hit something really good. So let me know what you guys think about this type of video. Do you know, if you like? I mean, obviously I'm gonna continue to do live streams, but some of these types of videos, it's kind of nice to do just a recording like this where I can just talk to you guys and kind of talk about the topic of the video. But you know, this would have been a long live stream, but we do long live streams. But my fear is that if I did try to do something like this in a stream, a lot of people aren't really interested in the perks, and this way the people who are kind of interested in the perk system here on Friday the 13th can watch it, and the other people don't have to watch it. Okay, but I do thank you if you have watched this this whole thing. I mean, I can't imagine that there is actually somebody who, other than me, who has watched the entire world record perk roll. But if you did, you're a freaking legend. Obviously, leave a comment and say I watched everything, and I'll be amazed. Okay, we're running out of CP here, guys. We're getting down to the end. We've got a lot of great perks now, and I guess what we should do now is save up for the next one, right? Okay, what's this? Ice cold. That's not really one that I usually keep, guys. I don't usually keep that because, you know, do you really plan on using one of your spots to one of your 3 perk selections so that you have less of a dead body fear? I mean, honestly, by the time dead bodies start piling up, it's pretty much time to go inside and get under a bed or something to reduce your fear anyways, because and start hiding because it's already starting to go bad. So yeah, I don't see myself using the dead body resistant, fear resistant to dead body perk all that much. Okay, we're almost done. We just got a few more rolls here, guys. But we've got a nice set of perks. We've picked up some cool ones that I didn't have, namely this one right here, which I will be using because I like the idea of avoiding Jason's sense ability. Just a couple more. Looks like we just got 4 or 5 more to go. Maybe about 4 or 5 more, or less now, 2 or 3. Okay, let's sell this. And we didn't have any of this one here, the homebody. We didn't have any of those. We didn't have any of these. There's several of these that we just didn't have. We obviously didn't have any of these epics or that or this, but mainly the ones that I'll be using are the new ones. This one right here, level-headed, you know, Jason's fear sense. I like this one we didn't have. I wish I would have got a rare or an epic, low profile, but hey, 17% chance. That's actually a pretty good perk there. Thick skin. We keep getting thick skin, but we're not getting the one that we want. We do now have a rare, so I'm happy that we have the rare now. We didn't have that before either. But I was hoping to get an epic, obviously, but hey, it's hard to get the epics. And now we may have, if we get lucky, we may have one more psychic. Start with a walkie-talkie. I mean, I just don't see the point in that one, so I'm actually going to sell it. But I think that's it, guys. This is possibly the last perk roll of this massive 100 over 100k perk roll, and it looks like we have enough for one last roll. And I obviously want to thank you so much for watching the video. Drop a like, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of this, and we'll catch you next time right here at Live Games Wild. Thank you so much for watching.